Welcome back to Stamps Old World UK, the home of legendary stamps, priceless postal history, and the fascinating stories behind the world's most valuable philatelic treasures. And today we continue our journey into stamp royalty by exploring one of the most famous and important stamps ever created, the legendary 1 penny black, a stamp that not only changed communication forever, but also became one of the most recognized and collected stamps in human history. The 1 penny black was issued in Great Britain in the year 1840 and holds the remarkable distinction of being the world's first official adhesive postage stamp. Before its introduction, sending mail was expensive, complicated, and often paid for by the recipient rather than the sender. The introduction of the 1 penny black revolutionized the postal system by establishing a uniform, affordable prepaid postage rate, opening the door to mass communication for ordinary people for the very first time. At the center of the stamp is a beautifully engraved portrait of Queen Victoria, based on a profile created by William Wyon. This youthful image of the Queen would go on to appear on British stamps for more than 60 years. The word postage appears at the top and 1 penny at the bottom, clearly indicating the value of the stamp. In the lower corners, letters identify the position of the stamp within the printing sheet, an early security feature designed to help prevent counterfeiting. The deep black color of the 1 penny black gave the stamp a bold and dignified appearance, but it also presented a practical problem. The red cancellation ink used at the time was difficult to see clearly on black paper, making it easy for stamps to be reused. This led to the stamp being replaced after only 1 year by the penny red, which solved the problem by allowing black cancellation ink to be easily visible. Although millions of 1 penny black stamps were originally printed, survival rates were surprisingly low compared to modern stamps. Many were used on everyday mail and later discarded, damaged, or destroyed. Surviving examples today exist in a wide range of conditions, from heavily worn to exceptionally well preserved, and this variation plays a major role in determining value. Condition is everything when it comes to the 1 penny black. A stamp with clear margins on all sides, strong black color, minimal wear, and a neat cancellation mark will always command a higher price. Stamps that are unused, meaning they still retain original gum on the back, are significantly rarer and much more valuable than used examples. Any tears, heavy creases, thinning, or repairs can greatly reduce value. In today's stamp market, a typical used 1 penny black in average condition may sell for around $200 to $500. Better quality examples with good margins and attractive appearance often range from $1,000 to $3,000. High-grade examples in excellent condition can sell for $5,000 to $10,000 or more. Unused examples are far scarcer and can range from $15,000 to over $100,000 depending on quality and certification. Certain varieties of the 1 penny black are especially desirable. Differences in plate numbers, minor design variations, and rare cancellation types can dramatically increase value. For example, stamps with clear Maltese cross cancellations, particularly in certain colors, are highly collectible. Expert identification is important to determine exactly which variety a stamp belongs to. Because of its fame, the 1 penny black has been widely forged and reproduced. Many replicas exist for educational or souvenir purposes, and some counterfeits were created to deceive collectors. Genuine examples show specific engraving details, paper characteristics, and printing traits that experts use to confirm authenticity. Any serious collector considering a purchase should only buy certified examples from reputable dealers or auction houses. Beyond its monetary value, the 1 penny black represents one of the greatest milestones in human communication. It symbolizes the moment when written correspondence became accessible to the general public, helping to connect families, businesses, and nations in ways never before possible. Owning one, even in modest condition, is like holding a small piece of world history in your hands. For collectors, the 1 penny black is often considered a cornerstone stamp, a piece that anchors a classic collection and instantly adds prestige. Whether you are a beginner or an advanced collector, learning about this stamp deepens your understanding of why stamps matter and how they reflect social, technological, and economic change. Next up, the 12 pence black, a stamp that has fascinated collectors for generations and continues to command astonishing prices in today's market, making it one of the most important stamps any serious collector dreams of owning. This stamp was issued in the early days of Canada's postal system, during a time when the country was still developing its national identity, and postal communication was becoming essential for business, government, and personal correspondence. The 12 pence black was released in 1851 and features a beautifully engraved portrait of Queen Victoria, symbolizing Canada's connection to the British Empire, while also marking an important milestone in Canadian philately. What makes this stamp especially significant is that it was printed in very limited quantities compared to later issues, and only a small number survived in collectible condition, which has made it one of the most sought-after stamps in the world. The design of the 12 pence black is elegant, simple, and powerful. At the center is the youthful portrait of Queen Victoria, surrounded by a finely detailed frame with the words Canada Postage and 12 pence. The deep black color gives the stamp a dramatic appearance and instantly sets it apart from many other classic issues. The engraving quality is extremely high for its era, and when you examine a genuine example closely, you can see the fine lines, shading, and craftsmanship that reflect the advanced printing techniques of the time. This level of detail is one of the reasons collectors admire this stamp not just for its value, but also for its beauty. Rarity is the main driver behind the incredible value of this stamp. While thousands were originally printed, only a small fraction are known to exist today. Many were lost, damaged, or destroyed over the past century and a half, and others were used on mail and discarded. Surviving examples are spread across museums, major collections, and a small number of private collectors. Finding one in high-grade condition is exceptionally difficult, and even heavily used or damaged examples can still be worth substantial amounts of money. Condition plays a massive role in determining the market value of this stamp. A well-centered example with clear margins, strong color, and minimal faults will always command a much higher price than one with heavy creases, thinning, tears, or faded ink. Stamps that still have their original gum, meaning unused examples, are even rarer and can reach extraordinary prices. Professional grading and certification from recognized authorities are essential for any stamp of this caliber because authenticity and condition must be verified before serious buyers will consider a purchase. In today's stamp market, the 12 pence black can range widely in price depending on its condition and provenance. Lower-grade used examples may sell for tens of thousands of dollars, while better-quality used stamps can reach well over $100,000. High-grade examples with excellent appearance have sold for several $100,000 at major auctions. The finest known examples, especially unused or exceptionally well-preserved stamps, have reached prices approaching or exceeding $1 million. These figures place this stamp among the elite group of the world's most valuable philatelic treasures. Another factor that influences value is whether the stamp has been repaired or altered in the past. Some older stamps were restored decades ago using techniques that are now considered unacceptable. Modern collectors strongly prefer stamps that are completely original and free from hidden repairs. A stamp with undisclosed restoration can lose a large portion of its potential value, which is why expert certificates are so important. Because of its fame and high value, the 12 pence black is also one of the most frequently forged stamps in the world. Many reproductions, reprints, and outright counterfeits exist, some of which can appear convincing to inexperienced collectors. Genuine examples show specific paper characteristics, ink composition, and printing details that experts look for under magnification and specialized equipment. Anyone who believes they may own this stamp should never attempt to sell it without professional authentication, as this can be the difference between a life-changing discovery and a costly mistake. In an investment perspective, classic stamps of this importance have shown strong long-term performance. While short-term market fluctuations can occur, historically significant rarities with proven demand tend to appreciate over time. Wealthy collectors and institutions view stamps like the 12 Pence Black as portable, tangible assets with cultural and historical value, which adds another layer of desirability beyond pure collecting. For collectors who may never own this stamp, its existence still serves an important purpose. It represents the pinnacle of Canadian philately and inspires collectors to learn more about classic issues, early postal history, and the fascinating stories behind stamps. Even studying high-quality images of this stamp can deepen appreciation for the artistry and craftsmanship of early stamp production. Next up, the 15-cent Abraham Lincoln stamp, a powerful symbol of American heritage and a cornerstone of classic U.S. stamp collecting. This stamp was first issued in the late 19th century as part of the Definitive series that honored prominent American figures, and it features a finely engraved portrait of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States and one of the most respected leaders in world history. Lincoln's image on postage stamps reflects his enduring legacy as the man who preserved the Union and led the nation through the Civil War. For collectors, stamps bearing his portrait hold both historical significance and strong collector appeal. The design of the 15-cent Lincoln stamp is elegant and detailed, showcasing the masterful engraving techniques used by the Bureau of Engraving and Printing. Lincoln's portrait is framed by an oval surrounded by intricate ornamental patterns, with the words U.S. postage and 15 cents clearly displayed. The depth of the engraving gives the stamp a three-dimensional appearance, and when viewed under magnification, the fine lines and shading reveal the craftsmanship that makes classic engraved stamps so admired. The 15-cent denomination was widely used for heavier letters, international mail, and special postal services, which means many of these stamps saw real postal use. As a result, finding examples in high condition today is more challenging than it might seem. Over time, many stamps were damaged, poorly stored, or heavily cancelled, reducing the number of high-quality survivors available to collectors. Condition is a critical factor in determining market value. A stamp with strong centering, intact perforations, clear design detail, and an attractive cancellation mark will always be more valuable than one with faults such as tears, creases, thinning, or missing perforations. Color strength also matters, as fading can significantly reduce appeal. Unused examples with original gum are scarcer and more desirable than used examples, and professionally graded stamps tend to achieve higher prices. In today's market, common used examples of the 15-cent Lincoln stamp in average condition may sell for around $20 to $50. Better quality used examples with good centering and clean appearance can range from $50 to $200. Unused examples typically start around $200 and can reach several $100s depending on condition. Exceptionally well-preserved or rare varieties can sell for $1,000 or more, especially when certified by recognized grading services. There are also varieties and printings that collectors watch closely, including differences in paper type, perforation, and shade. Some printings are scarcer than others, and identifying the exact variety can significantly affect value. Serious collectors often consult specialized catalogs and seek expert opinions to properly classify their stamps. Because classic U.S. stamps are widely collected,
forgeries and altered stamps do exist. Some stamps may have had reperforated edges, added gum, or other modifications intended to make them appear more valuable. This is why buying certified stamps from reputable dealers or auction houses is strongly recommended, especially for higher-priced examples. Beyond price, this stamp represents a meaningful connection to American history. Holding a stamp bearing Abraham Lincoln's image is a reminder of the nation's struggles, ideals, and progress. It is a small but powerful artifact that connects the collector to a pivotal era in world history. For collectors building a classic United States collection, the 15-cent Lincoln stamp is an essential piece. It offers a combination of historical importance, beautiful engraving, and steady collector demand, making it a satisfying addition to any collection. Here at Stamps Old World UK, we are passionate about sharing the stories behind the world's most fascinating stamps and helping collectors understand their true significance and market value. If you enjoy these deep dives into classic stamps, be sure to like, subscribe, and stay connected with Stamps Old World UK for many more explorations into the timeless world of philately. Thank you for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.